Hello friends, good morning all. I am Tejasvi Mohite and today is my second online lecture on BSc second year and our discussion is going on unit second, that is the molecular biology. In today's lecture we will talking about the transformation. Now let's see first the introduction. We already seen that what is the genetic recombination. Genetic recombination in bacteria is characterized by DNA transfer from one organism called the donor to another organism called the recipient. आणि जेनेटिक रिकॉम्बिनेशनच्या तीन मेथड आहेत, ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन, ट्रान्सडक्शन अँड कॉन्जुगेशन. Let's see the process of transformation. The uptake of naked DNA molecule or fragment from the medium by cell and its incorporation into chromosome or recipient means the definition of transformation is the process in which cell-free or naked DNA containing limited amount of genetic information is transferred from one cell to the another cell. This is the transformation process. And this transformation process was first gene transfer mechanism discovered in bacteria by scientist Frederick Griffith in 1928. There are transformation may be natural or artificial. Means दोन प्रकारचे ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन असते, एक ते नॅचरल ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन अँड अदर artificial transformation. In natural transformation, it is the rare event and natural transformation occurs both gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria. Gram-positive bacteria containing Streptococcus pneumoniae, Bacillus subtilis and gram-negative Haemophilus influenza. And in case of artificial transformation, it occurs in E. coli because natural transformation not normally occurs in E. coli, and however artificial transformation is possible in E. coli by treating the cells with calcium chloride. Now move towards the experiment, Frederick Griffith experiment. Let us have a look at his remarkable experience. To begin with, we need to get introduced to the two types of pneumococcal strain. And this one is the S strain, is smooth strain and denoted as S, and one is rough strain denoted as the R strain. Why they are named so? Well, this smooth strain, as we can see, has smooth outer surface. It's the capsule around the cell wall which protect it from the various threats. The presence of the capsule makes the strain virulent or strongly infectious, and the absence of such smooth coat makes this strain avirulent or non-infectious. म्हणजेच जर कॅप्सूल प्रेझेंट असेल तर ते सेलला व्हायरुलंट बनवतं, पण जर कॅप्सूल ॲब्सेंट असेल तर ती सेल नॉन इन्फेक्शियस असते. Now you may ask, why is the R strain avirulent? Because it's the absence of the capsule which makes it susceptible to the immune cell of the host body. आणि आर स्ट्रेनमध्ये कॅप्सूल ॲब्सेंट असल्यामुळे ही ससेप्टेबल असते इम्युनी सेल्सना ऑफ दी होस्ट बॉडी. Now getting back to the Griffith's works, let us see what experiment he exactly performed. As we seen in this diagram, he first injected a mouse with S strain, which is the smooth strain of pneumococci, and as expected, the mouse died. Similarly, on injecting another mouse with rough strain, it is the avirulent strain, the mouse survived because the rough strain is usually the avirulent or non-infectious. What was done next? Now the third mouse was injected with the S strain, but after the bacteria were heat killed. That means he heated the S strain to the extreme temperature which killed the virulent strain and made it ineffective. म्हणजे तिसऱ्या कंडिशनमध्ये यस स्ट्रेन जी की व्हायरलंट स्ट्रेन आहे तिला हाय टेम्परेचरला हीट केलं आणि नंतर त्यांनी माऊसमध्ये इंजेक्ट केलं सो दॅट इंजेक्टेड माऊस सर्वाइव. नाव कम्स द लास्ट पार्ट. This time, Griffith injected a mouse with a mixture of both. Both means rough strain and this is the rough strain and the heat killer smooth strain. आणि या दोन्हींचं मिक्सचर त्याने माऊसमध्ये इंजेक्ट केलं. मीन्स a mixture of rough strain and heat killed smooth strain. Then what do you think would have happened? Most of us would expect the mouse to survive because both are individually ineffective or अव्हायरलंट. कारण या दोन्ही केसमध्ये आर स्ट्रेन किंवा हीट किल्ड यस स्ट्रेनमध्ये हे दोन्ही माऊस सर्वाइव्ह झाले. पण या दोन्हींचं जेव्हा कंबाईन केले या दोन्हींचं कॉम्बिनेशन केलं जातं तेव्हा मात्र माऊस सर्वाइव्ह होईल की नाही. बट इन दॅट केस माऊस डिड नॉट सर्वाइव्ह. लेट्स सी दी फोर्थ केस. What did this happen and what do you think Griffith concluded? With this, he concluded that there was something from the S strain and that was passed to the R strain and resulting it to turn the virulent. Also, do you know what he recovered from the bodies of the mouse? He recovered the live S strain. म्हणजेच हीट किल्ड यस स्ट्रेन आणि आर स्ट्रेन यांचं कॉम्बिनेशन करून हे जेव्हा इंजेक्ट केलं माऊसमध्ये तेव्हा माऊस डाय झाला आणि माऊसच्या बॉडीमध्ये त्यांना यस स्ट्रेन मिळाली जी की व्हायरलंट आहे. म्हणजेच याचा अर्थ जेव्हा हीट किल्ड यस स्ट्रेन ही कंबाईन केली आर स्ट्रेनमध्ये तेव्हा त्याचा चेंजेस हा यस स्ट्रेन म्हणजेच व्हायरलंट स्ट्रेनमध्ये झाला. अँड दिस फर्दर कन्फर्म दॅट आर स्ट्रेन वॉज ट्रान्सफॉर्मड इन टू दी virulent S strain. He named the transforming factor as the transformation principle. त्याने ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन प्रिन्सिपल असं नाव दिलं. He did not really know what exactly this was and hence named it just the transformation principle. But he predicted that this could be the genetic material. Was this really the genetic material or was it something else? म्हणजे ते खरंच जेनेटिक मटेरियल आहे की दुसरं काय आहे. अँड Griffith concluded in his experiment by interpreting that there is some factor that is passed from the heat-killed virulent strain to the rough strain which is avirulent and this factor transforms the avirulent strain to the virulent type. This is the Griffith conclusion. After Griffith concluded his experiment on the bacteria named Streptococcus pneumoniae, the science world was now curious to know more about the transformation principle. It was almost 2 decades later that 3 scientists figured out what this transformation principle was. And they tried finding out its chemical nature and by testing every single component of the virulent bacterial strain. And experiment performed by Avery, MacLeod and McCarthy around the year 1944. They continuing with Griffith experiment. The scientists mix every single chemical component individually with rough strain. Suppose shown as shown in the diagram, S strain had these 4 components A, B, C and D in it. They mixed the component A with the rough strain and injected it in a live mouse. Similarly, they mixed all the other components individually with the rough strain and injected the mixture in different mice. What they found at the end was only one of those components among all was effective in transforming rough strain, and it was the case in which mouse died. या चारही कंडिशनमध्ये फक्त एकाच केसमध्ये असं झालं की माऊस डाय झाला. म्हणजे हा डी फॅक्टर आहे जो की रिस्पॉन्सिबल आहे आर आर स्ट्रेनचं कन्व्हर्जन करण्यासाठी. अँड दी कन्क्लुजन वॉज दॅट कंपाऊंड डी ट्रान्सफॉर्म दी आर स्ट्रेन. They isolated this component, means D, from the heat-killed strain and tested further. On chemical analysis, they could figure out that molecule had a chemical composition similar to that of DNA. Thus, it was established that DNA was the most important factor in the transformation of genetic information. And this is about the Griffith experiment and the process of transformation.